Welcome back to another Project Rebirth review. Today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite movie characters, in this case, Agent Smith from The Matrix. Here's a look at the front of the box. And here's a look at the back of the box, showing the other figures in the series, including, of course, Trinity, Cypher, Neo, Switch, and Morpheus. Before we get Agent Smith out of the box, I want to point out his accessories. He has an assault rifle, a semi-automatic handgun, and a knife. And I would point out on mine that this the tip of the barrel is bent in packaging, so hopefully that straightens out. Let's get Agent Smith out of the box. And here's a look at Agent Smith out of the box. Let's take a quick look at articulation, and it's going to be a really quick look because there's not much articulation. The figure's head can turn essentially just short of the chin to shoulder. It will not go all the way around. You do get a nice bend at the elbow, and the arm can circle around. The arms do not extend outward at the shoulder at all, and there is no movement at the wrist. And of course the hands are fixed in these elongated trigger finger poses. Leg can extend to 90 degrees, but there is no bend whatsoever at the knee, and no movement at the foot, and no turning at the waist. That is the complete extent of the articulation. And I would note that my figure has a tendency to want to lean or fall forward like this. So if you extend the arm out with the weapon, a lot of times it wants to just flip all the way forward. I had some real struggles with, there we go, with balance with this figure. And that was a big disappointment as well. Let's take a 360 look at Agent Smith. Alright, so here's my final thoughts with regard to Agent Smith from The Matrix. First of all, I'd like to comment on the looks of this figure, and the looks of the figure are outstanding. They've really, especially in the facial features, have captured the essence of the actor that played Agent Smith. You can almost just feel raw emotion and disdain for Neo and Trinity in the expression that's on this figure. It's really, really great. Again, there's the issue with the goofy hand pose so they can hold the weapons, but again, that may be minor. But the real problem for me is the lack of articulation. And keep in mind, this is like a $20 plus figure, and for comparison, here's a Batman Missions figure that has far superior posability. And, of course, it doesn't look necessarily as cool, but that's a $10 figure. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is if this figure, for example, and here's the, the automatic rifle, and I would note that, of course, this is still bent from the packaging, which is disappointing. But if he could bend his arms and rotate so that he could hold the weapon, with two hands, that would look so much cooler. And you could get some really great poses. But as it is, all you can have is the straight arm shooting pose, whether it's with the pistol or the rifle. And that really limits, some of the poses and looks you can get with this figure. And in my mind, that's a significant detraction. So overall, I do really like it. This guy may even come to work with me and sit on the shelf because it's Agent Smith and it's from The Matrix, and that's really, really cool. But the posability is a downside, so I can't give it a full, wholeheartedly hell yes, but it's not a hell no either. And, if you like the movie, if you're a fan, I'd say pick it up. It's bringing back, for me, good memories of the best Matrix film, the first one. And, all the scenes with Agent Smith were good in the other two movies as well. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Project Rebirth review.